Whoa.
What's going on?
Oh man, I'm good. I think Mancuda was just talking to Jay, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just saw that. Are we here?
Yeah.
Huh? We're a minute into this? Hey, you guys, it's 8:07 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:07 Pacific Time. Daylight time. It's still daylight out here. October 15th, 2019. This is Johnny Beane and David Nesdahl.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, we're going to jam out for you guys for a little bit while we're waiting for other people to jump in here. So pick another key. X?
Yeah.
Frank Barker, hey man. What's it sound like anyway? Probably sounds like crap.
I don't think it sounds that bad.
Well, the way it sounds to us is not the way it actually sounds.
Oh, okay.
Probably sounds like garbage on the other side.
Yeah, probably.
It's okay though.
Yeah, every once in a while.
Yeah.
So everyone says they want to hear us play. They want to hear us play, and we never play. So we're playing today, and we'll play from time to time during the podcast, during the show. Not much, little snippets here and there, just so you guys actually, guys and girls, can see that we actually play guitar.
Yeah, I've been freaking playing literally all day. Literally, I've got some recording that I had to do. Had to do some solos and stuff. And actually, I just got a message right 5 seconds ago. I've got more guitars I gotta add for this this movie, action movie. So did I flip my neck pickup in my EVH Music Band? Yeah. Oh, back in 1993, I did.
Back when it was when Eddie did it.
The second I saw it in a magazine, it was flipped over. I flipped it over.
Yeah.
No questions asked.
Right on.
And apparently that's how they all come now. They're all flipped from the factory, you know.
Yeah. Hey, Craig.
Craig.
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
How high?
I can't hear. My ears are blasted out. Man. Yeah, flipping it's supposed to make it brighter sounding, I think.
It's a little brighter, more airy sounding, if you can believe that.
I was playing it yesterday, I think. Was it yesterday? The Music Man.
I saw some Facebook posts with you playing it. Yeah.
I took it out of the case, and it was weird. It was like you know how you take out old guitar you haven't played for a long time, and like it has a certain feeling, a certain acoustic sound to it.
Mm-hmm.
That guitar has that feeling and sound, for me. Well, it's one of my longest playing guitars. I've had it since December '92. That's when I got it.
Yeah, it's a long time.
So
Hey, Joe Hervey.
Joe Hervey. Yeah, so I know that guitar better than the back of my hand or whatever the thing is. So yeah, you guys, welcome. Talking guitars and 80s metal. Subscribe. There we go. And click the bell. You ready, man? What? Yeah. You're in the green room. We can't hear. We can't hear when you're in the green room. Here we go.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Hey there.
Hey, how are you? Man, I was digging your picture, man. That was funny, man.
Did you talk about that yet?
No.
All we did was jam. We were just doing.
And that's why I was. That's why I had a candle up my ass.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wait, did you guys miss that?
No, we're glad you took care of that already, though.
I'll tell you that story later. Usually earwax is the only wax I have, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you did roll call already? You said hi to everyone?
No, we literally were just jamming. We just jammed.
Okay.
Yeah, we jammed for like, I don't know, 2 minutes, and then you said you were ready.
I am ready. I'm ready. Hi, everybody. Mr. BHB Jr., Upside Down, Joe Hervey, my Jew homie. Should I keep going?
Yeah, go ahead.
So let's see. I'll backtrack a little bit to get everything. I hope everyone's having a great week. Let's see. Vistalite 1972, The Dog PA, Fabulous Disaster, which is when I was born. Eduardo Marino Porto. I would love to go to Starbucks with you, man, because I just want to see how they announce your name. I saw on Saturday that Neanderthal did it that way also. Let's see. Fruitcake Tony, Frank Corcoran, Joe Hervey said, Dwight Bailey, some Dave Dude, Dan Halen, Thrash Metal and Fun Riffs, Tube Supio, Jimmy Biter, Han 36 Solo, the Chad, Krager Guitar Wannabe, Craig. I love that. Super Fuzz, she should shave that. Nightbot is here, thank goodness. Dwight Bailey, Janice Lala, hello Janice. Alex Radford, Gally Thallander. Who else we got? Zach Thong, love to snap that. Alex Radford. Jason Wade's in the house. Brendan Hutchins. Pierce Metal. Gary Thallander. R2R3 Locking Nut. Windsor Power Guitars. Jeremy Springs, welcome back. Mike Turner, thank you, Upside Down. Always appreciate that, Mancuda love. That's how Ned eats, by the way. Carlos Figueroa, Bam Mosey, Scott Nickerson, Linny Lou, and probably her mom, Mary. Got her there, too. John Windsor, Mark Dillon. How are you, brother? Carlos Figueroa, Ronald Henry, Alex Radford.
Wow.
Ready? Who else have I missed so far?
Krellbar?
Thomas Santiago, Krellbar. Soda and Milk. Is that soda?
It probably is.
Yeah.
It probably is. Fruitcake Tony, I will talk about the Andy Timmons weekend.
The original Paramount Ron John. And a special shout out by request to Steve Supermus in Australia. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. How are you, brother? Thank you for watching over here in the States. We appreciate that.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of him texting me at 5:30 in the morning.
But not to him.
Wow. Yeah, welcome, man.
Awesome
The
stuff.
note with a new name.
Oh, yeah, that's always good. It's always good.
You know,
Like
so
Laverne DeFazio used to have milk and Pepsi, remember?
I love that. I love the way it tastes. Milk inside of Coke.
Have you had that?
Yeah, I have. It's like a
Is it
milkshake.
really good?
No, it's really good. It's like a milkshake. Yeah.
Ah,
Because
that sounds like a horrible stomach ache to me.
No, it's really good.
It doesn't initially sound good, but then I think of like a root beer float, and it's delicious.
Well, that's what it is. Except
That's
if you put it in Coke, it's a little bit different tasting, but it still tastes great.
I got to try that.
Yeah. Just don't do it with spoiled milk.
Yeah, then you're having cottage cheese and Coke.
Oh my gosh.
Laverna 595. What did you think? I wouldn't show up on my own night? She's like, oh no, pink man scarf.
My buddy,
Pink
my
bad
buddy-
energy drink.
my buddy Carlos is here. Carlos Figueroa. He says his name is Carmine though. Actually, as far as Rob Johnson is concerned, his name is Carmine, but it's Carlos.
Where'd Carmine go?
Carmine's. You went to Carmine's.
We went to Carmine's real quick, and Rob went with us for both of their birthdays. So Carlos is hanging out with his family, and Rob is looking for him. He says, "Where's Carmine? Where did Carmine go?" Like, Rob, we're in Carmine's. You're looking for Carlos. Oh, I mean, where'd Carlos go?
So now it's stuck.
Yeah. So
Carmine Cole?
Now he's Carmine.
Now I'm looking in the chat. They're talking about drinks like that. Someone says milk and lemon hype. Joe Hervey says that. Have you guys had others?
No, I can't drink milk.
Are you lactose?
Yeah, it's very painful.
We got to go out for a milkshake together.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something. I fasted last week for the Jewish holiday.
Oh, you lost some weight. You look good.
Yeah. Well, hold on. I lost more weight than you guys imagine. I'm going to be a little graphic here. Okay. Yeah, not me, right? All was going well. 25 hours, and you break the fast at sundown. So I go to Brent's Deli, a big Jewish deli out here. I get this big shopping bag of cold cuts and appetizing and fish and all sorts of great stuff to eat. And I stuff myself because I have no freaking control. And it's about maybe 2 a.m. I'm having a dream that I'm whitewater rafting. And I wake up to a tidal wave in my stomach. And I'm just like, oh. And I run to the bathroom. I just made it because as I'm turning for the toilet, it was like a rainbow spray of shit just went across my wall. And it just made it into the bathroom. I was sick for the next 2 days.
And you deserve it after that story.
I do deserve it. I'm terrible with my diet.
My God.
Yeah, so I get the milk thing, Johnny. I do.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's painful. If I have cereal, I'll just barely, I'll barely wet it or whatever you say,
Wet it.
Yeah, and I don't even use milk in my cereal anymore because I eat Honey Nut Cheerios and I just eat them like candy, like that from a bowl, just take it like that.
Like a baby.
I do that at dialysis too. I take a baggie filled with Cheerios and I eat that while I watch TV while the needles are on.
So Desiree has like a little Tupperware full of Cheerios.
No, I have it in a Ziploc baggie.
Babies can't use those.
The Dora the Explorer Ziploc. And some little kids looking like all envious. That's great. You know what I eat dry? Lucky Charms, because I like the marshmallows crispy.
Oh, I can't stand it. I can't stand the way it sounds when you're chewing on it. It's like chalkboard. It's like fingers and nails on a chalkboard to me.
What are you chewing? Glass?
No.
Marshmallows.
No, but they're not. That's not marshmallow.
But they're not like that crunchy.
They are to me. I'm just not into it.
Well, you put them on your tongue for a little bit first, and then they soften up. It gets into your bloodstream quicker that way.
Johnny buys those on the street corner, Dave.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
You want marshmallow surprises, man? I got pink hearts, yellow stars, orange moons, green clovers, blue diamonds, purple horseshoes, peace signs.
Yeah. Carmine, I'm going to tell you about the weekend. Trust me, it's good. The whole story is going to come out in a few minutes. I don't want to blow my load first thing.
Real quick, also, it's 2 days away, but I do just want to mark the anniversary of Chris Oliver passed away, 10/17/93. For those of you fans of Savatage, Chris, John's brother, was amazing guitarist. If you're a fan of Savatage, if not, you should be. Streets and Gutter Ballet and all the good early albums. That was Chris Oliver, and we're coming up on his anniversary. Still missed. Great guitarist. Someone asked me to Steve Supermus in Australia asked me to remember that, which I did. So that's for you, Steve.
Awesome.
Yeah, I remember they got Alex Skolnick to work with them when they went to. I think they did a record and then they toured, or it was the other way around. And Skolnick got the call to do that.
I think Skolnick was like friends with Chris, and also what's his name? Jack Frost also joined the band. And for those that don't know, Savatage is also basically Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's a lot of people that have been involved with that over the years.
My dad listens to that. He doesn't even know.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, this is real music. Well, because it's that orchestra. Dun, da, 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 dun, da, da, dun, dun, da, 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 with the Christmas bells going.
Ding, fries done. Ding, fries done. Ding, fries done. Ding, fries done. I work at Burger King. Gonna wear a hat. Yeah. Cook your Whopper. Ding, fries done. Sorry.
Would you like it for apple pie with that? Would you like an apple pie with that? I love that version.
Oh, man. Yes.
Go ahead, Dave. Why don't you get into the incredible weekend I know you had with Andy? And good for you, brother. You deserve that, man.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Well, all right. So Friday night, first of all, let me start by thanking my good friend Michael Rocker. And I went to high school with him. And he has subsequently become a customer of mine, or the guitar whisperer, shall I say. And I set up his guitars. So I set up one of his Les Pauls like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and he says, "Hey, are you going to the Andy Timmons concert?" I said, "I didn't even know Andy was playing. When is he playing?" He says, "Well, I'm going. Would you like me to buy you 2 tickets, for you and Desiree?" And I said, "Well, I'm not going to turn that down. Sure, absolutely, please." And I said, I tell you what, you buy the tickets and I'll drive us in, which that didn't happen. But anyway, he bought the tickets, and Friday night we had tickets to the 8:00 show at the Iridium in New York. And we went there, and I brought my guitar, and I'm thinking to myself, who knows, maybe Andy will want, I'll ask him if he'll take a picture with me with his guitar and my guitar, and it'll be at least a cool memory, and maybe I'll get to have him look at my guitar or whatever, just touch it or whatever.
Now hold on. For those that don't know, Dave's talking about the Andy Timmons model Ibanez.
You know, why don't I just get that out real quick? Why don't I get it out
real quick, just so you can show it?
Yeah.
And it's not just the standard Andy Timmons model Ibanez, which is really an almost exact replica of Andy's, but Dave also modified the jack to look like Andy's. And, Dave is like a pro luthier. I mean, he knows what he's doing. So, he's getting right there to fine tune it to be just like Andy's.
Yeah.
There it is. And hello, everyone that just entered the chat.
Hey, John Bulwer. Sis and Kane.
The dog PA brought up Morty Teitelbaum, a nerd character I play. Rock on, brother.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw a picture of you as in character.
In character is Morty.
Okay. So anyway, here's the guitar. So I brought this guitar with me, and thinking, maybe Andy will take a picture with me, blah, blah, blah. So I go there, and the first set was amazing. He played, he played incredibly. The band was great. And between sets, he went to the back of the club to sign autographs, take pictures, and, sell merch. So I get on the line, and everyone's going, and it's going pretty fast. So he comes up to me, and I said, Andy, I don't know if you remember me, but you and I were talking at the Vi Academy this past year. And he says, yeah, I let you borrow my guitar. I let you use my guitar for like 20 minutes. I remember you. And that floored me, first of all. That was enough for me to go, oh, my God, I can die now. So I said, Andy, I brought my guitar for you to take a look at if you want to, you want to take a look at it? And he said, yeah, absolutely. So he pulls it out of my case, and he feels the neck like this, and he says, man, this one feels amazing. He says, I love this neck. And I mean, of course he would, because it's exactly like his guitar. All these guitars are supposed to be exactly like his guitar. So he looks at it, and he's like, man, this neck feels just like mine. It's just amazing. And he looks at the bottom, he looks at the jack, he says, I did that to mine too. I said, yeah, I saw that you did that to yours, so I did it to mine. It's just a great idea, because those barrel jacks that come with the guitar and most Ibanez's, they break fast. They break like within 6 months, you got to change them. And with these, you never have to change them. They're all great. So so I said, Andy, would you mind taking a picture with me? He said, the line is too long for me to do that right now. But are you staying for the second set? And I said, I could do that. I just have to, ask the boss for permission, because Desiree went with me. And I knew we'd be able to stay, but I was being cute. So I said, Desiree, you want to stay for the second set? We can, maybe get a little longer chance to talk to Andy afterwards. And she said, yeah, let's do it. It's a night out. It's kind of like our anniversary week, because on the 18th is our engagement first year anniversary for our engagement. So it was like an engagement present to each other. So we bought the tickets, and I never put my guitar back in its case from when I showed it to him. So I went back to our seats, and I had the guitar. I'm sitting there like this, just watching Andy and have my guitar out and stuff. And in the middle of his set, he says, dude, give me your guitar. I want to play your guitar. Give it to me. Okay. So I pulled it off, and he played it for 2 songs. And he played it with, because I'm a big guy and he's thin. So my strap is lower. For me to play normal, for it to be like on a normal person, on me, it's hot. It's fine on me, but to put it on him, it's like down to his knees. And he didn't want to change the strap. So so he's thinking to himself, what's the hardest song that I do? And see if I can do it and do it comfortably on this low strap, because he didn't want to change the strap. So he picked like the hardest song and says, this is going to be challenging on the microphone. And he does it. And it's just amazing. And I took a video. Actually, Desiree took video of it. And it's on Facebook. All of you that want to see it, just go under my, on my timeline and take a look at it. So anyway, he plays the rest of the set. He gives me my guitar back after the 2 songs and smiles and goes back to playing. And at the end, he goes back to the back of the room, and does more autographs and pictures and selling merch. So I wait till the end. I waited till everyone had their pictures taken, and then I went up to him, and I said, "Man, what a great set!" And I said, "Andy, I don't know. I really don't know if you know who I am." I said, "I know you remember me, but I'm Larry Mitchell's buddy, and I'm the guy who has the YouTube show that Larry Mitchell has been telling you to come on. You know, he's been telling you that he's been texting you to come." He's like, "Oh my God, that's so amazing! I didn't put two and two together. I definitely want to." I want to talk to you about that. Maybe we can do something. I'm not sure, but let's get together on that. So that was cool. And I said, "So do you really like my guitar?" He says, "Yeah, man. Even after playing it, it was just amazing. It just felt amazing. The setup was great." And I said, "Well, you know, I noticed that yours is a tiny bit warmer sounding than mine." And he said, "Yeah, well, you know, it's a 30-year-old guitar, and it's really the only guitar I play." And I said, "Well, that makes sense. The guitar is alive. It's just, you know, it's breathing at this point." And he says, "But there's something about playing a brand new one that's a little brighter sounding. It's just something nice about that. It's different. It's pleasant to my ears. You've got a really good one." And it just, you know, we became very friendly. And we'll be contacting each other. It'll be very cool. And that's really the story. So there's more to the story. So I said to him, so he played 2 nights. He played Friday and Saturday, and we went on Friday. So I said, "So would you like to use my guitar as maybe a backup for tomorrow night's show?" And he said, "I would love to use it. Are you coming tomorrow?" I'm like, "Well," I looked at Desiree and I'm like, "Well, I don't know." He says, "Well, would you like to be on my personal guest list?"
I came right now. I just came right now.
Yeah, exactly. And Desiree says to him, "There's no way I'm going to say no to Andy Timmons putting us on his guest list." So we went on Saturday night too, and my guitar stayed on the stage. He didn't get to use it. He was digging his guitar too much, but it was on a stage on a rack right next to his guitar. And he played an amazing set. We went to the 10 o'clock showing, and it was just an amazing set. And I got a chance to talk to him again that night. And I think we spent like half an hour, 45 minutes bullshitting. And it was just really nice. Great that he remembered me. He remembered my name. He just, you know, he's just like, he's a sweetheart of a guy, down to earth. And you would think he meets, you know, thousands and thousands of people, even the next day, for him to remember your name, pretty cool thing. And, you know, I think that he and I could possibly have some sort of friendship. It's kind of cool. So you never know. You never know what's going to happen. Just be nice to people and don't act starstruck when you meet these people. Just treat them like they're your friend, and you never know what might happen. It's a really cool thing.
Did you get that restraining order yet?
No, he got the restraining order against me.
No, that's what I'm saying. Were you served yet?
No, I wasn't served. No.
Yes, Dave Nesdall.
But
yes,
also,
Dave Nesdall next to me on the left, security.
But to make it even a cooler story, his bass player and drummer both were really cool. Like the minute they got off the stage, I was sitting stage left. We were sitting stage left, and while Andy was doing his autographs and stuff, his bass player Mike Dane and the drummer, his name is Rob. I don't remember his last name, but they came right up to me and Desiree and started talking to us. Like they talked to us for like an hour, just hanging out with us. Because Mike Dane remembered me from the last time that I went there, which was like a couple years ago when Larry Mitchell played with Andy. And I went with Larry and hung out. And I talked to Mike Dane then. And he absolutely remembered me. He's like, "Man, I remember you. You were here with Larry last time." It's like, holy crap. That's just pretty incredible. And what a great guy. Great bass player. Great guy. All great people. And
you had this discussion before about Andy. Andy's very, very normal, very down to earth, very warm, and he's an incredible player. The video that you posted of him playing your guitar He's smoking on it.
Yeah.
It's on fire.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. I would show it on here, but I think we would get dinged by YouTube if I did that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Well, the audio we would.
Yeah.
Video we would.
Headstock Harem says he's imitating you. It says, Andy, can I move in with you?
Oh, no. No.
No, he's a nice guy. I'm sure he likes it.
I don't think his wife would allow it.
You're very lovable. There's nothing not to love about you.
Well, thank you.
You know?
Yeah.
Right, Johnny?
So
Johnny?
I still don't remember his name.
Oh, okay. Johnny meets thousands of people.
Yeah.
Johnny, that's Larry Mitchell's buddy.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, I'm Larry Mitchell's friend.
Now
Oh,
Johnny knows
okay.
you. Now Johnny knows you did.
All right.
Thank you, Cameron
great.
Brown. Cameron Brown, thank you very much for the nice words.
Soda wants to know if Andy knows I own some of his guitars. I hope so. He sold them to me.
Well, first of all, Andy and I spoke about the lovely John Mancuda the other night, and I said, Andy, we have yet, because we have a few mutual friends. I said, we have yet another mutual friend. He's like, who? I said, John Mancuda. Oh, John, how's he doing? I said, he's on the show with me. He's on that YouTube show with me. And I got to say, man, I played the guitars that you sold him, and I love them. He says, which ones did you play? I said, I played the Flintstones Kramer, and I played the Red Hollow Flash. And he says, oh, that Red Hollow Flash. Yeah, I really wish I had that one back. And I said, John still wants the black one. And that's the way I left it. He says, yeah, I know he does.
I have dibs on it, but I know he doesn't want to get rid of it. He's clinging on to that last.
Well, he said that one. He had said that, and we didn't talk money because that's not what to do. But he said it's just so hard to put a price on that guitar because that guitar has done everything for me.
Yeah, that was the one he played in the Naughty Naughty video. And he loves that one. Even though he doesn't play it, he admits he barely plays the thing.
Right. He said that was also the one in the catalog that year.
It was.
Yeah.
That was the one. When you see the Kramer Hollow Flash ad, it's that guitar that he plays.
Yeah.
And the red one, though, I know he would take back because he really loved that neck. That was his favorite neck of those. So.
But yeah, he was. It was so cool. He did say hello.
Right back at him. He's a great guy. He's, he's a monster play. He's come so far. As much as I love Danger, which, for those that are in the know, he barely played on the first album. He re-recorded some stuff, and he did 2 solos, I think, to get on there. But the original guitar parts were done by Tony Bruno Ray, and Andy came in later, and he did all the work on the second album, Screw It. But he's come so far. I mean, he's like, touring with guys like Steve Vai and Eric Johnson, and
So one more part to this story. So, when he noticed this jack that I have on here. I said, I got that from you because I saw it on yours. I subsequently asked him what this. If you can see that switch on his. Yeah, he had a mini switch on his. And he said, well, all that is just a coil split for the humbucker. So I subsequently I put that on mine yesterday. I did that yesterday. But I told him, I said, I wanted to ask if it was okay if I could make this guitar an exact replica of yours, meaning all the beat up marks and everything, and the neck is worn as it is. And he says, I'd love to see one of those. Show it to me when it's done. And I thought that was one of the coolest things because he could have said no. I don't want you to make a replica of my guitar.
Stop bothering me.
Yeah, he said, I'd love to see it when it's done.
There's other people in line.
There's like 40 people behind Dave.
No, there was nobody behind me. Because it was the second night. And I was the last guy. And like I said, we spent like 45 minutes talking to each other and taking pictures.
Crowbar pointed out one of the songs Andy played was Groove or Die, which is a very challenging song.
That he said that is the hardest song that he plays. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. That or Puppet Show, maybe. Groove or Die is a big one. Yeah,
Whoa.
Andy could have gone the other way and started smashing your guitar. You want it chipped up? You want it chipped up? Not a problem, pal. Let me get you off the line. Here's your fucking guitar. Now it's got some chips. You happy?
Would you like some salsa with those chips?
He starts smashing tomatoes.
His bodyguard.
He's great guy, great guitarist.
Yeah, really cool, awesome, and just it really made my weekend, made my year. Really, it's very cool, very cool.
Let's get something out of the way, because I know it's kind of an elephant in the room that we've discussed for weeks and weeks and weeks. We just want to extend wishes for get well to Eddie Van Halen, because the news came out. The news finally came out. We've speculated. We've told the audience we don't know directly. We get little bits and pieces from mutual friends, little hints, whatever. Well, it came out. Eddie Van Halen basically is getting treated for throat cancer right now. If you remember, in years past, he lost a third of his tongue to tongue cancer, and they're kind of attributing it to the metal guitar pick that he uses and is often kept in his mouth at times while tapping, along with always being in studios and electromagnetic fields and all sorts of speculation of why. But,
Nothing. I think that's all. I think the metal pick thing is malarkey.
Well, again, we could speculate. Look, I mean, he could have gotten it from 100 different ways. But with that said, we want to wish him well. We hope his treatment go well. He's getting treated apparently in Germany. It came out, and look, he's probably the greatest guitarist of our generation. And this show is very, very big supporters of Eddie. And so we just want to, come out on record wishing him well. Now that the stories are straight, the records are straight, this is what's happening. There's a lot of hope for cancer these days. My mother lives with cancer, and I've had friends that have gone in remission. Eddie himself has gone in remission. So, here's to you, Eddie. Get well soon.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, all the best, man. And yeah, some of that, because we were on Saturday night. Caleb was on and John BL, and it was literally a minute after we hung up Saturday night that TMZ. It was like 2 in the morning. TMZ broke it, and we saw it. Like Caleb and I were like the first 2 people to see it, apparently. And then I think something came out the next day after that, and Guitar Player Magazine just ran with it.
Now it's out in the open.
Yeah.
Dave dropped little hints, and friends dropped hints, and what do you do? But Godspeed to him, and we're all praying for him.
Yeah.
So, with that said, did you guys notice the new list for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was announced today?
I saw it. I glanced at it.
I know that Pat Benatar's on it.
Pat Benatar's on it. Let's go over the list, because there's 16 nominees, 9 new ones. Now, again, I'm very mixed on this, and I know a lot of people are kind of in my corner with this, with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing, because at the end of the day, it is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and you have some nominees that a lot of people don't feel really belong nominated over some others. Because some people are rock musicians or metal musicians, and some people are not. Some people are blues or rap or country or, weird genres. The nominees this year for 2020 are as follows: Pat Benatar, the Dave Matthews Band, Depeche Mode, the Doobie Brothers, Whitney Houston, Judas Priest, Kraftwerk with a K. I've never heard of them.
Kraftwerk.
MC5, Motorhead, Nine Inch Nails, Notorious B.I.G., Rufus featuring Shaka Khan, Todd Rundgren, Soundgarden, T-Rex, and Thin Lizzy. So what do you guys think of that list there?
I think Pat Benatar and Thin Lizzy and MC5 should definitely be in it, and the rest shouldn't be.
Who shouldn't be?
The rest shouldn't be.
Judas Priest?
Oh, Judas Priest. No. Judas Priest, yes. I didn't hear you say
Motorhead?
that. I didn't hear you say them either. All I heard was all the rap artists and all those other artists. I'm like, that should not be.
Johnny?
I'm glad to see that Kraftwerk is finally. You guys have never heard Kraftwerk?
I've never heard. What are they? I've never heard of them.
Oh, you guys got to check it out. Check it out. I'll put something in the Discord once we're done.
Hang on.
Almost. Yeah. Kraftwerk. Oh man, they're awesome.
What are they? What type of genre?
What would you guys say? Techno, Mike is saying.
They're techno.
They're innovators in what they do. Definitely.
I'm not saying that any of these nominees are bad, because I'm looking down this list. I have a lot of respect for a lot of these bands and a lot of these musicians. I think Notorious B.I.G. was tremendous. Pardon the pun. Certain of these guys I think were tremendous. But with that said, I do not think a lot of these guys should be nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame when they're not rock and roll.
I agree. 100%. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan.
Let me tell you what I want to do. Want to hug you, want to squeeze, want to be you too. Shaka Khan. Yeah, no. As much as the woman is talented, where does she belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Being chosen possibly over Judas Priest, over Motorhead, over Thin Lizzy? And I love B.I.G. I mean, come on, Whitney Houston?
I think rock and roll, the term rock and roll now, I think covers a lot more than just like when you think of just rock, you think of, let's say Judas Priest, they're in there. Some people would say they're heavy metal.
Metal.
They're bigger than.
These are nominees, Johnny. These aren't the people that are definitely getting in. These are who they are opening up votes for. So they're going to choose. They're going to let us, not us three, but the general public, vote for 5 of those 16, and then they're going to decide who they feel makes it through the final round. So there's going to be people voting for Whitney Houston to get in before Thin Lizzy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's right.
How many are getting in? How many of these?
5 out of 16 are being voted for by the general public.
Should we make a list? Each of us make a list to see which ones we think will get in?
I'd like to see who we would vote for. Everyone make a list of who your 5 out of that list are. I'm going to read them again so you get a chance to make your choices. All right, ready? Pat Benatar, Dave Matthews Band, Depeche Mode, the Doobie Brothers, Whitney Houston, Judas Priest, Kraftwerk, MC5, Motorhead, 9 Inch Nails, Notorious B.I.G., Rufus featuring Shaka Khan, Todd Rundgren, Soundgarden, T-Rex, and Thin Lizzy. Choose 5. You guys in the chat do it too.
Have any of these names been up for this in past years?
Six of them. I don't know which 6, but 6 of them have. 9 of them have not.
Because it's got to be so many years, right?
You have to have been
like your first.
You have to have had a first commercial recording 25 years prior to being nominated. So at least 25 years of history.
25 years, okay.
All right, so should I give you mine?
If you're ready.
Yep.
Go
Thin,
for it.
Thin Lizzy, T-Rex, Judas Priest, Pat Benatar, and the Doobie Brothers.
Okay.
That's 5.
2, 3, 4.
That is 5.
I've got 4.
I'd even go Motorhead. That'll be my 6th one. And
You gotta narrow it down to 5.
Well, I'm not a huge Motorhead fan. That's why I didn't say them, but they do deserve it.
Okay. Johnny, you got yours yet?
I've got mine. Okay. All right. I think T-Rex. I think Thin Lizzy. I think Motorhead. I think Whitney Houston. And I think Notorious B.I.G.
Really?
I think that's possible.
That's who you vote for?
Well, no, that's not who I'd vote for. That's who I think.
I'm asking who you're voting for.
Oh.
These are your votes. Dave
Okay.
gave his votes.
Okay. Well, then those would be my votes, I guess.
Those would be your votes?
Those would be my votes.
Oh, you're blurry.
Yeah.
Your head's blurry. Okay.
I forgot Judas Priest. Oh, well.
All right. Say it again. If you can revise it.
Okay. Well. All right. T-Rex. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take out T-Rex. I'm gonna say Judas Priest, Thin Lizzy, Motorhead, Whitney Houston, and Notorious B.I.G.
Man, you're crazy.
You're still sticking with Whitney Houston.
I'm sticking with Whitney Houston. I'm sticking with the ones that you guys think are kind of weird, because those are the ones. If this is their first year being up for this, they have millions and millions of fans out there. And Whitney Houston and B.I.G. they're both gone.
Dude, Menudo has millions of fans, but do you think they belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? There's a train coming to hit you.
I don't think they have that many fans.
I'll bet they have 100 thumbs up right now.
I used to hang out with Ricky Martin, man.
Ricky was there. I mean,
he was one of them. Yeah,
that guy made a career.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna give my 5, and I'm more toward Dave's side with this. My 5 are gonna be Pat Benatar, Judas Priest, definitely, Motorhead, definitely. I think it's a sin that Judas Priest and Motorhead have never been in there yet. That's ridiculous. T-Rex, because they're classic, and Thin Lizzy. You cannot listen to Thin Lizzy with John Sykes and hear cold sweat and not be like banging your head through a wall with that guitar rock. So that's my 5. Pat Benatar, Judas Priest, Motorhead, T-Rex, and Thin Lizzy. I don't know why you would pull Whitney Houston into that.
Well, I mean, that's what makes the game of baseball.
But we're not. But you don't induct the Yankees into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yep.
It's a different genre.
I think, like I said earlier, I think the term rock and roll is much bigger. I think it covers a lot more than just when we think of rock and roll.
I mean, okay, look, you
know?
you can say someone like Chubby Checker deserves to be in there, or because he was rock and roll, even though it's an early phase of rock and roll, or Elvis Presley,
or Charles Berry,
But I mean, you have to think about it. It's a genre. It's still rock and roll, whether it's blues based rock or heavy metal. That's still rock and roll. Whitney Houston, Notorious B.I.G., as much as I think they were incredibly talented, I don't see them getting in before Priest or Maiden or Motorhead or Kiss that took forever to get in. That's ridiculous. What do you guys in the chat think?
I'm going with Whitney Houston and B.I.G. because they're both gone. And if this is their first year getting in, I can see, like, I don't know who can actually vote for this thing, but
the public.
The public?
You,
okay.
The public can place votes. I'll tell you where right now. You can place votes at rockhall.com. ROCKHALL.com. You can go online and place your votes. You have until January 10th to place your votes. I'm going to place my votes because I think it's a crime that certain bands are not in there over R&B artists or rap artists, or I think it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. I guess what I was trying to say earlier is I think rock and roll, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is turning into the Music Hall of Fame. And so it's not just, there's a lot more under there. And that's why I can see, Whitney Houston, especially with all her hits.
But they're pop hits. They're pop hits. They're not rock and roll.
It's pop, but it's still, I would say it's still rock. It's still.
I say it's pop. I don't see it as rock and roll at all.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's the way you got to look at it. You got to look at the term rock and roll.
Well, look, it's great music. I mean, the woman had a voice from the Angels.
I still think it should just be this.
He was brilliant.
I think it was brilliant. I think it should be the.
All I'm saying, all I'm saying, if those names are in that list, there's a good chance they're going to get in because they're there. And again, they're both gone.
But do you think they deserve it the way that some of the rock bands do? I mean, a lot. Looking through the chat, I see most of the chat, and Citizen Kane threw an Iron Maiden. They're not up this year. Citizen Kane's like, oh yeah. I think it should be Maiden and Kiss because they deserve to be in twice, and Tube Supio, and
no Tube Supio.
Now, I mean, look, this is my own view. Your mileage may vary, but for me, I think the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a very genre thing. It's like being up for a music award when Jethro Tull beat Metallica for Best Heavy Metal Artist. Do you remember that?
No.
Yes, I did. I do remember that.
Years ago.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah, years ago was the what's the awards you get for music?
Grammys.
The Grammy Awards. I mean, Jethro Tull, and nothing against Jethro Tull. The guy wants to play a flute and dance through fields. Great, nothing wrong with it. But they're not a metal act. and they're fighting Metallica during wasn't it like their Black album?
I don't know.
I just, it's just very genre, and that's really what it should be. If I said, hey, Iron Maiden should be up for the R&B awards, wouldn't you be like, what the hell? What are you talking about? No, they're not R&B. They're great music.
How about this though? You go to the Hard Rock Cafe,
Sure.
right? It's called Hard Rock, right?
Yeah, but they're talking about the owner's cock because he's made so much money.
You walk in there and you would see like a dress that Whitney Houston owned.
But that really is music. That's really, from day one, they never said we're only doing hard rock acts. They just call it the Hard Rock Cafe. But they've always had like Madonna and, anyone famous from anywhere. They've always done that. This is a specific type of, rock and roll Hall of Fame, very specific.
Is
there a Hall of Fame for other genres?
Not that I know of. There is a Long Island Rock Hall of Fame, a Long Island Blues Hall of Fame. Can you believe that?
And that's blues. I don't know where they came from. Long Island, And
it's solely for Long Island artists.
I would have had them in like Mississippi or something.
Well, I'm not necessarily talking about made players. I'm talking about on a local level. There's a Long Island Blues Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Long Island Blues. That's where Hush Puppy McTavish grew up. Oh, Hush Puppy, yeah. Man drowned in a manhole during a rainstorm. Singing the blues. You fat to get out. Yep. Hush Puppy McTavish. Ah, boy.
Oh my God.
Is there a brandy behind me? Come here, Brand.
I could use the brandy right now, thinking about what I'll do if Whitney Houston wins in that rock and roll over Judas Priest.
She just left. She went in the bedroom.
Yeah, because she doesn't want to hear about B.I.G.
She's not hearing anything. I got these on.
Uh-huh. So, Dave, are you asking for our vote?
Huh?
Are you asking for our vote for the Long Island Jazz Blues Hall of Fame?
Nope. Because I haven't gigged in 2 years now, so I'm not relevant anymore.
Now I'm looking at some of the chat. A lot of them are leaning toward where Dave and I are at, and sort of a little bit where you are, Johnny, but not in the Whitney and not in the Whitney field. But like I'm looking at Hal Faces. Hal Face voted Thin Lizzy, Pat Benatar, T-Rex, MC5, and the Doobies. Now, I could still respect that because these are still like rock acts, I consider the Doobie Brothers a rock group.
Yeah, they're a rock group, and so is MC5. Really?
Yeah, and you don't have to vote for, Judas Priest either because they're, a harder edge, just because they're, really metal. You don't, there's still rock and roll in MC5 and the Doobies. I could still respect that. I just can't see looking at, as much as I love him, Notorious B.I.G. as a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominee. Many other things, but not Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, don't be surprised if he's one of the ones that gets in.
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised.
Don't blame me.
I'm not surprised at nothing. Nothing.
But I respect him. I respect what he did.
And killed him.
And because, like I said, because he's gone, if this is his first year getting in, he still has millions of fans out there.
You're talking B.I.G.?
B.I.G., yeah.
I'm one of them. I love his work. I really do. I don't think he's that genre, though.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
I think, well, okay, this is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right? So is this is just to get in, to get the band's name into there? Or like, let's say the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland. Is this the same thing?
Yeah,
Same place?
That's the same place.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you go in there. Do they have stuff in there by non, quote unquote rock?
I honestly,
artists?
I don't think so. I think it's
Well,
only guitars. I think it's really only.
They have done this before, and there has been a lot of controversy every year when all these genres get combined and nominated for that hall. And sometimes they win. And it's a crime. It's not a crime so much that someone is nominated, it's who loses. There should be no debate that certain bands, Black Sabbath, Kiss, Iron Maiden, there should be no debate that these bands are first in line for this type of accolade. There should be no debate here. The Doobie Brothers, I could live with that because they're rock. They're still rock. And Jay Hannon's Pen 15 makes a great point. Is the Hip Hop Hall of Fame in Brooklyn inducting Van Halen or The Who? No, they're not. They're not even on the list.
Not yet.
Wait, what Hall of Fame is this?
Van Halen's been on countless rap records.
Hip Hop Hall of Fame in Brooklyn.
Is there really such thing?
I don't know. Jay Hannon's Pen 15 says so. I'll go with it.
Go over there, Dave.
All right.
How do I get into this website? Says
Look
it needs
it
a
up.
credit
See
card.
what really is there, Johnny.
I'm trying to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame website. I see where you can vote. I see all the inductees that are available. There's tons of other names on there. Did you see? There's actually there's other people you can vote for. You can vote for ABBA.
They might be. Are you sure that's this year?
Or you're inducted. Oh no, they're in. They're actually in. So ABBA is already ABBA's been in there since 2010.
Yeah, they have been.
They were there before Kiss. What's wrong with this picture?
Aretha Franklin. Is she rock?
This is what you mean to me.
She's Whitney Houston. She's been in there since 1987.
Aretha Franklin?
Yeah.
Urethra Franklin?
Urethra?
Beastie Boys. They're in there since 2012.
Vistalite 1972 says Eddie Trunk has the same gripe with all the non-rock and roll acts nominated.
Yeah, but Eddie Trunk's a crybaby. That guy just rubs the hair on the back of my neck when he talks. Huh?
I see his point in this one, though.
Bob Marley's been in there since 1994.
Well, that being said, no. That being said, rock, like that style of music is considered a form of rock.
I could actually agree with Bob Marley in a way. I can. But look, love Whitney Houston. She's nowhere near rock. Upside Down, same thing, brother.
But Fruitcake Tony, man, I have to disagree with you. I think Pat Benatar is worthy.
Oh, I absolutely think she's worthy.
I mean, she's got a lot of rockin' songs, and her husband is a killer guitar player.
Oh God!
In fact, her whole band is a great band.
You listen to Get Nervous and tell me that's not rock.
I agree with you.
I totally agree with that. I have to say, Pat Benatar, she made my list. I'm totally believing it. Let's see. I'm looking through the chat a little bit. Shauna Marie agrees. And she makes a good point. If it was the Music Hall of Fame, a general thing, then absolutely she should be in there. 100%. She's a total queen. Absolutely. With that said, it's not the Music Hall of Fame. It's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Is there a Music Hall of Fame?
No.
I don't think there is.
Not a general.
I think the
genres.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I would say, is the Music Hall of Fame these days.
But it's not. It's not. I mean, they're trying to make it that way.
Janet Jackson is in there.
You know,
Janet Jackson is already in.
You could even put Janet in a few of those songs because you have something like Black Cat, you know, which didn't Eddie play on that?
No, Slash, I believe.
Slash, okay. I thought Eddie played on something of Janet Jackson's, didn't he?
No, he played on the other Janet Jackson. Yeah, he played on the other Janet Jackson, the male version.
It was Slash on Black Cat?
I'm almost positive it was Slash.
I thought it was Eddie.
Was it Slash or it was Nuno?
Nuno Betancourt?
Was it Nuno? Somebody knows in the thing. Joni Mitchell is in the Hall of Fame. Is she rock?
Joni Mitchell. What? I'm trying to think of like her songs. What are some of Joni Mitchell's songs?
Let's see, Joni Mitchell.
Put up a parking lot.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of hers personally. You know. I mean, let's put it this way. I think it also depends on who's nominated. If you have 5 really deserving rock acts in there, they should get in. If you have, 16, middle of the road, could be rock, could be not, then it's anyone's game if they have to nominate someone. But there should be no shortage of bands that deserve to be in a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I can think of a million.
All right, but here it is. Here's the thing. I understand what you're saying there. There's no shortage, but just because you're a rock band doesn't mean that you deserve to be in that thing.
No, absolutely not. I agree with you. Totally. But come on, there's a lot of bands that, there's a lot of bands, a lot of artists that could definitely be very deserving.
Is Rat in?
No. I wouldn't. I'd be shocked if they were in right now.
I didn't see their name in there.
I can't imagine. I love Rat, and I think eventually that's a band that would deserve it. But I could think of so many more early on metal bands like Judas Priest, like Thin Lizzy, that deserve to be in there first.
How about Whitesnake? They've been around since the 70s.
I don't think they're in there either.
Right.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has a Rapper's Delight. Retrospective exhibit.
What is that? A pile of pimps and hookers? What?
It's a bunch of
no, it's a keyboard and a drum machine.
It's a photo of Kanye.
Let's see. They've got a bunch of like jerseys.
There's a country music hall of fame, right? Nashville?
Yes, there is.
And you would not see Van Halen nominated for that. You wouldn't see Notorious B.I.G. in there.
Oh, look at this. Yeah,
What?
Meet the Artists. Run DMC is in. Public Enemy is in. Grandmaster Flash is in there. Beastie Boys. Tupac is already in there. NWA is in.
A lot of great artists, but do they deserve to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I think so, yeah.
Comparative to what's not?
Well,
Beastie Boys before Judas Priest?
I think Judas Priest.
Oh, I love the Beastie Boys.
They'll probably get in at some point.
I love the Beastie Boys. Absolutely. You can play Sabotage all day.
I mean, these bands that aren't in yet, that you say you want in, I'm sure they will get in at some point.
But here's the thing. I'd rather see someone like Motorhead get in. I would have loved to have seen it when Lemmy was alive. I mean, for God's sakes, I think Motorhead is more of a hard rock and roll, or metal band than, Tupac. And again, Tupac was incredibly talented, but he's not rock and roll. He's not country. That's why he's not in the Country Hall of Fame.
Yeah, in fact, why don't they put that guy in the Country Hall of Fame?
He's not going he's not going to be in the country, but like I said, though, the rock and roll, there's a lot of stuff falls under the rock and roll category.
7/8 just said Biggie Smalls sounded like he was eating a sandwich on the mic when he was rapping. It was all a dream.
Oh,
He's not wrong.
By the way, thank you, Mike Neese. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike.
No, thank me. I'm thanking him because he complimented this.
I'm thanking him for you.
Well, nice. In fact, do you have a guitar there?
I do have a guitar.
Do you have more than one guitar there?
I think there's a lot over here. I'm sure I could find one somewhere here. I know I have a show and tell guitar.
Do you have more than one show and tell guitar?
Today I have one show and tell guitar.
You have more than one?
What happens when I run out of show and tell guitars? You guys are gonna boot me off the show.
No,
it's gonna be. You know what it's gonna be? It's gonna go from heavy metal Tuesdays, from 80s metal to the Rap Tuesdays session.
Dude, we're gonna boot you off the show way. We're gonna boot you off way before you're done with the guitars.
I'm telling you. If we worked rap into this, it would get bigger.
Yeah, right?
I mean, seriously.
Yeah, but Dave might get shot.
Oh my gosh.
What you saying about Biggie, right,
Listen, I've got more of those than he does.
Johnny, can't you see? John Mancoon is wearing pink for me. I just love his fancy way.
Oh my gosh.
He wears pink. He's not.
I'll just have to put my big rope chain on when I do these things.
Yeah. I mean,
and wear my little clock.
Maybe
I did say clock.
We'll all dressed as rap artists.
You said little.
I said little clock.
Your little clock?
I'll wear my little clock.
Here's my clock.
So suck my clock.
The hands are at midnight.
But I mean, I really do think that rap and rock and roll, they do. I mean, they go together, definitely. I mean, look at Run DMC and Aerosmith. Look at what they did. Who else? Anthrax.
There are plenty of examples.
Did they do something with?
Give you.
Yeah, Eddie Van Halen did the two songs with
Michael Jackson
with LL Cool J.
LL Cool J, just like 6-7 years ago. And yeah, of course, Michael Jackson. I mean, having Eddie Van Halen's guitar solo on "Beat It" was huge for the world of rock and roll and the world of pop.
So Soda and Milk says, I would wipe my ass with the Hall of Fame trophy at this point or just smash it. I'm telling you, it loses a lot of credibility when you have artists that are not rock artists before actual rock artists.
Well, people. You said people vote for this, right? I saw it. I think I saw that they have the form. Actually,
all of us here can vote for this. All of us here should vote for this. I'm definitely going to cast votes. I urge you guys to cast votes and keep this really where it should be. I think a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame should be filled with rock and roll artists that have been tugging around for 30-odd years. I mean, to me, rock and roll, Def Leppard, the Scorpions, Black Sabbath, those are rock and roll artists. You want to go back, you want to say Chubby Checker and Buddy Holly, I'll agree with you. You want to say Elvis Presley, I'll agree with you. You want to say the Monkees, I'll agree with you. There's a level. It's still, a creative process, the way rock music developed and into hard rock and into 80s metal and hair metal and heavy metal and death metal, but it's still rock. I can't say that about rap. So if you guys want to vote, rockhall.com, and that's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Place your votes. You have until January 10th. So that's where we're leaving that.
Mm-hmm. You can actually vote just on Google. Just Google Rock Hall fan vote.
There you go.
And you can actually fill it out right there on Google. I see it. I'm looking at it.
I'm going to do it.
Do it and do it and do it.
Yeah, because you don't want to sabotage the vote. Okay, so that's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
My God, thank God we got off that one.
They should call it the Hall of Shame. By the way, if you guys are watching, please leave thumbs up. Got a lot of people in the chat right now. We'd appreciate a thumbs up.
Yeah, and subscribe if you're brand new to this.
Yeah. So
Joe Hervey, I did play that already. I just played it. I just played it low. That's all. That's it. Can't play anymore. We'll get dinged.
Yeah, I think we'll probably already.
We're already dinged.
Yeah. We're dinged up like Andy's going to ding your guitar with a bag of nickels.
Oh my God.
Better a bag of nickels than a bag of hammers.
I'm about as smart as a bag of hammers.
Box of rocks. Box of rocks.
So, did you guys hear I went to Comic-Con this weekend?
Yeah, we saw the pictures.
For those of you watching this video or listening to the podcast, just do yourself a favor, just for shits and giggles. Go over to my Facebook page. It's Jonathan Mancuda, that's Mankuta, on Facebook, and look at my latest post where I post about 50-something piss-your-pants hilarious photos from Comic-Con this weekend.
Yeah, I was laughing at those, man. Was that this morning I was looking at those?
I posted them late last night. A lot of funny photos from Comic-Con. Just a lot of opportunities to like pose with people and just have a lot of fun. Cosplay and just go to my Facebook page after you watch this video. Write it down, whatever. Just take a look at the photos. That's it. It's a lot of fun in those photos. Trust me on this.
Yes.
Yeah, because
I saw them. They're
a lot of people saw them.
They're funny, man.
Viral. Some of those have been going viral, actually. The one with me with the kid in the turd suit. Like, so many people have been copying that photo. I've seen it on friends' pages already. I expect that to be fully viral by the evening.
Somebody tagged me in one of them. I saw.
Did you see the look on that kid's face? First of all, your mother dresses you up in a shit emoji costume, like literally the turd emoji, the little pile of shit with eyes. Some mother, very nice woman, dressed her kid in that emoji costume.
Yeah, so basically she's telling him he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, so you want to talk about childhood trauma to your self-esteem.
Oh, that's great.
Like, why don't you just dress your kid up as a donkey's cock and have him walk around the con?
And then donkey punch him.
Yeah. Give him a good smack in the nads. All right, I gotta say, Soda just brought up a good point. There's over 100 people live in the chat, and we only have 22 thumbs up. Come on, guys, let's break 100 thumbs up. Let's do it. Just so I could show my show and tell guitar tonight, because I ain't doing it with 22.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I am showing this lovely 1986 Kramer Pacer Imperial with maple fretboard.
That's gorgeous, man.
Isn't that nice?
Think about this. That thing started out as being Arctic white, and over the years, from just exposure to light, smoke-filled gigs, it just mellowed into this beautiful cream. Right now, there's someone just going to cut out that part and make it my ringtone of me saying, this beautiful cream. Beautiful cream. This beautiful cream.
In fact, this is one of the guitars, not this particular one, but this is one of the guitars. What's the guitar player from Cinderella? Not Tom Kiefer. Don't say
Fred Curry.
Fred Curry. This is one of the. If you watch the early videos from the 80s,
he played Kramer's.
He played a guitar very much like this one. It was a white Pacer maple fretboard.
He also had he
had a red one
with a Marilyn Monroe graphic my friend owns.
Yeah, and he had a red one as well.
Mark Dillon.
I'm sure he had a lot of them. But he played these on the videos.
Who did I say it was? Fred Curry, right? Is that what I said?
No, it's not Fred Curry. It's
Jeff LaBar.
Jeff LaBar. Jeff LaBar. That's it.
Yeah. Who was Fred Curry? The drummer? Or Fred Curry? Why is that name on my tongue right now?
Yeah, Fred is the drummer.
The drummer. Thank you, Mark Dillon. My bad. You should know Cinderella from the Pat's Dogs commercial.
Man, that's got to hurt your throat every time you say that.
Yeah, so does taking in 20 cocks. But I got to earn money. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna do show and tell for today's guitar, just so we could get some thumbs up. I'm counting on you guys to throw some thumbs up there if you like the guitar I'm show and telling today. And again, just a reminder, this whole month of October, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So remember the pink ribbon? That's why every guitar for show and tell this month is pink or pink related. So, and I'm drinking a pink can of our sponsor, Bang Energy drink. Pink. But today's show and tell guitar, it's one of my favorite types of guitars. You guys know I have a million of these. I love BC Rich Gunslingers. BC Rich Gunslingers, I think, have one of the best super strat necks from the 80s, bar none. They were modeled after the old San Dimas Charvel necks, which a lot of guys that used to work for Grover Jackson at Charvel in San Dimas, when they left in 88, a lot of them migrated over to BC Rich. And Dan Lawrence, Glenn Matejal came up with the Gunslinger and put it into production for 2 years, 1988, 1989, before Bernie Rico sold BC Rich to Class Axe. And then they made some Gunslingers, which in my opinion are okay, but not quite as good as those USA-made ones that were made during Bernie's years. So the thing about a Gunslinger is it's such a fast maple neck, usually maple at least, because they did make a few with rosewood, a few with ebony, but it's a maple neck with reverse pointed headstock and one volume. That's it. One slanted pickup, usually slanted, unless you custom ordered it. So, ladies and gentlemen, today's guitar for show and tell is what the graphic is known as the Pink Party BC Rich Gunslinger. Look at that thing.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I like it.
So there's that reverse pointed headstock. And I love this design of headstock. I think this is one of the cooler looking, sharper pointed headstocks. It almost looks like a weapon. You know, some of them just go into a straight angle, like you look at some of the Jacksons or the Charvels. But I think this BC Rich, the way they did these headstocks, just the carve of that point, I think looks so badass. And you look at the graphic, the body. This one's, now they did a lot of these, by the way. but with different colors. This one has a lot of pink, and on the white field, blue and yellow triangles and gray triangles. You can kind of see that. See if I could get a better angle. There we go. Look at that. And this one carries on to the back, which a lot of them didn't. Now, again, one of the cool things that you have for the BC Rich is the gunslingers had this angled neck heel, and you just look at that heel, and you can kind of see. You see how it's angled?
Yeah.
Like right here, it's cut away and angled, so you could have that cool upper fret access just a little easier. And this one has a Floyd licensed trem under BC Rich's own name. And this is, I think this is either an EMG or an EMG copy. Look at how pink that puppy is.
It's very cool. That looks to me like a Goto bridge, some sort of Goto bridge.
It could be. Goto was one of the brands they used. They used either Goto or Takuchi as their licensed bridges. But just look at the graphic on that freaking thing. And you see this one gets a lot of love over the years. Some splatter on there. Pink for breast cancer awareness. Look at that thing.
Cool.
This is made for rocking. This is all business. Pick up, trem, one volume, turn it up, break it off, and just rock this dirty maple neck. That's what it's made for. All business. There's no, let's play some, let's play some light rhythms in the neck pickup. No. This is all bridge, all business, shredder's delight. And this thing is just beautifully thin. Really great feeling neck. Nothing better than dirty maple, in my opinion. I'll clean off ebony. I'll clean off rosewood. I like F1 oil on it. Some people use lemon oil, but this particular linseed, some people I've heard, I do not clean a maple neck. I don't care how much dirt and gunk on it. Maple, when it's dirty, gets smoother. It gets broken in. It plays better. Just terrific. So there you go. That's today's show and tell guitar. BC Rich, 1988. Pink party graphic gunslinger. There you go.
Man, very cool.
What do you think, Johnny? Do you like that?
He's not around.
Okay. What do you think, Dave?
I love it. I think it's great. It's yet another one that I would probably want to own.
Shauna Marie Singh says the dirtier the better, and she's not even talking about the maple. No, that's the real deal. Ernest Elston brings up an interesting point. Says Dave Snake Sabo from Skid Row tried out for Cinderella, but Jeff LaBar smoked him. I didn't even know that.
Neither did I.
So do you not feeling this one? You're joking. Hey, Tessie Switch. Tessie Switch in the house.
Hey, Rob, what's up?
Yeah, he says the maple fretboard on his Ibanez refuses to get dirty.
That's because he doesn't play it. He just looks at it.
Johnny, did you see the show and tell guitar today?
My mic on?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see that thing. Yeah, I had to go and tuck the chickens in. We got 2 new chickens, and we have to spend a few days with them separated from the rest of the flock. So it's kind of a nightmare orchestrating bedtime for them.
Gotta keep them separated.
Yeah, that guy's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, isn't he?
Hey, Brandy.
That's cool, man. What is it? What's the what's the graphic on that?
This is the Pink Party graphic. Basically, they drew little flags in there and gave it a lot of pink. The graphic itself is called the party graphic because it does come in different colors, but this one has a lot of pink in it. So this one's the Pink Party.
That's cool. At first glance, that almost looks like almost looks like skiing or something. It looks like snow and
Yeah.
and
Just as long as they don't call it the White Party, because then it would be a racist guitar.
There you go.
oh my gosh.
And yes, that's Lenny Lou loves it.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's gorgeous.
I believe the pickup, if I remember this guitar, I think the pickup, I don't think it was an actual EMG. I think it was like BC Rich's answer to EMG.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a variation of like an EMG.
An active EMG?
Yeah.
There's a battery?
There's a battery in there. You got to keep changing those batteries. And Kelbar says the guitar looked like it was dipped in CC DeVille. I always say, people are like, what type of guitars do you like, John? I always say, if it looks like it shot out of CC DeVille's ass in 1988, I probably love it. I mean, this one's 1988. And
That's
one
cool.
thing they did in 1988, when they first introduced these, they were drilling through for the Floyd nut. And in 1989, they changed that because they realized it was weakening the headstock area, of course.
I still like that better.
Yeah. So they stopped drilling it in here. They still went like halfway through, but they didn't come all the way through. So that's how you tell the year difference.
What does that sound?
What are you blowing the dog? What is that?
No, it's my bat talk. I'm talking bat to the dog.
Oh, there you go. Hey, I just heard this gentle sucking noise. The impulse to like grab a fistful of oil is like overwhelming to me.
Oh, gosh. I saw a real bat outside here. Not that long ago, actually. It was flying around in the dark.
You didn't keep it for a pet? You got everything else in that Noah's Ark.
Nah.
One day Johnny's just going to come along and he's going to go, yeah, this is Fred the alpaca, and we have Seymour the elephant, and here's Tui the aardvark. Got everything. We love Snickers, though. We got a lot of animals on the show. What the fuck?
That's Dave's pet train.
I'm on the 4th floor. I hear a train.
I'm in California, and I hear a train in New York. Isn't that weird?
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see. Soda and Milk wants to know, where's your mini tiger?
What?
Soda and Milk wants to know where Johnny's mini tiger is.
Oh, he's right. Where is he? He's right here somewhere. Yeah. Desi Switch. Oh my gosh.
Lenny Lou asks, is this barbed wire? No, it's just a paint splatter graphic on the guitar. It's not barbed wire. It's just the level of just the way the splatter went. It looks just like my bed sheets, basically.
Oh my gosh. That is a really cool design, because when I first saw it, at first, I thought, oh, are those Christmas trees?
That's what I thought. They look like Christmas trees in snow.
Like, yeah, in snow.
David,
it looks like little, if you hold it like far away like that, it looks like little people like skiing.
Exactly what I thought too.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
Yes, exactly what I thought.
I put little army men on them and play with it.
And was that somebody's guitar? Is that an artist?
it's not a celebrity guitar. What the story is with this one, one day I'm flipping through like, I don't remember if it was like Pinterest or Google, probably Google. Like I Googled BC Rich Gunslingers, and I just came across a photo of this one, and I was blown away. And I was really, really into it. And I was like, wow, I really want to track that guitar down. And I just basically researched and traced down to where that photo came from. And I found it was posted on like a guitar chat board. Like, I think it was like 7-string or I forget which one, but it was one of the guitar chat boards. Before Facebook was big on pages, you had like chat, websites based on,
like Kramer,
brand, something like that.
There's the Kramer one. There's all different kinds. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was in the discussion thread of one of them. Someone posted a photo. Yeah, I have this wild 80s guitar. So I reached out to the guy and I said to him, hey, what do you want to get rid of that guitar? He's like, well, I never thought about it. I've had it since new. I've played it a lot. But if you could get me a neon green, a slime green Charvel San Dimas, I would trade you for it. And he was talking a newer one. So I just, looked up Music Zoo or wherever I went, or Red Dragon Guitars, one of our sponsors. And I basically bought a new Charvel San Dimas in green and just traded him straight up. New for old. I was very happy to do that. And it's one of my favorite gunslingers. I love this thing. I never tested out the ohms on a meter, by the way. Someone asked me, I forgot who, I didn't catch who asked me, but they asked how hot it is. Usually something like this is like probably in the 16 range on the ohms meter. What is an EMG rate, Dave?
I honestly don't know because it's active. Because it's active, and I don't. I thought maybe it might be even hotter than that. It could be. It could be even 20K.
I think an X2N is about like 17, right?
Yeah, 16. 16.
It's not as hot as an X2N, so I'm gonna guess it's somewhere in the 16 range. That's just a guess.
No, I can't put you down, girl.
Sounds like the beginning of an R&B song. Notorious Dave.
Write a chorus to that, and you'll be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame soon.
Yeah. I can't put you down.
I just can't put you down, girl.
I can't put you down, girl.
Wait, that's a New Kids song. Hang on. Aren't they already in there?
Oh, so
they probably are.
Yeah. Oh,
Jesus. He's having a dog toss, for God's sakes.
Do you guys know about that video? You know about there was a, what does she do? There's a YouTube, this girl on YouTube. Actually, there's a couple of them. They threw their dog. They were live streaming. They're like playing video games or whatever. Their dog gets in the way. They like toss their dog over their head. Did you guys hear about that?
No.
I would break someone's jaw for that.
Yeah, there's that one, and then there's another girl that she spit on her dog. She actually,
I heard about this.
She uploaded the wrong footage. It mixed into the video. She spit on her dog. She's like slapping her dog, like, get out of the way.
Yeah, she had a Doberman. I heard about this.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah.
This bitch.
Her whole channel is how she loves her dog, and she accidentally uploads video of her spitting on her dog.
Yeah, because she didn't think anyone would see it. Okay, listen.
Sure.
If you abuse, I'm just soapboxing for a second. If you abuse an animal, a dog, a cat, or a child, you are a piece of shit that should rot in hell on fire forever.
I agree.
Okay? I have no mercy for you. Okay?
I agree.
You get everything you deserve from the public who watches that. That girl spit on their dog, I would love to spit on her face.
I love animals more than I love people. I tell you.
Yeah.
Animals, at least when they bite, they don't realize they're doing something wrong, but they're lovable. They love you unconditionally. Unconditionally. They never do bad.
Absolutely. Especially a show like ours that we have animals on the show.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't about Johnny and you and me. This is about it's about Ned. It's about Snickers. You got
Howie.
they're the stars of the show.
Yeah, Brandy. When Brandy comes on, forget it. People love
Blue
when
Rhino.
Brandy.
Yeah, Blue Rhino, absolutely. my rockin' buddy.
By the way, the EMG, the pickups. Well, let's take the EMG 81. The ohms on that one is 10.
10?
10K?
The 80 isn't the 81 for the neck? Try the 85. I always mix this up between the 81 and the 85, which is neck, which is bridge.
Come on, Wikipedia. Help. The 85.
Thank you.
Okay, the 85 is says 10.
10.
Are they that low?
Says 10.
That's not so bad.
Well, they're powered by batteries.
Tessie Switch says 81 is the bridge, so I was wrong. Or well, I wasn't wrong. I didn't know. I thought they had okay. Crowbar explains it. I'm pretty sure the resistance is low on an EMG and it's boosted with the preamp. Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
You got it.
Right.
That's right.
That's
right.
That's it. By the way, if you love animals, please leave a thumbs up right now. We'd love to reach 100 thumbs up.
How many are we up to? I see 33.
Damn.
33.
Is it more than that? 65. I just refreshed.
65.
If you're listening to the sound of my voice right now, you're probably miserable. With that said, we'd still appreciate, just take a second, hit a thumbs up. Unless you're Jeff Kiesel. If you're Jeff Kiesel, I'll understand, Jeff, if you leave us a thumbs down. But you know what? You gave our comrade a color pink guitar that looks like you shit out Frankenberry. So, blood in your stool, that's that color pink you gave us. So I'll understand your thumbs down, but everyone else, please leave a thumbs up. Let's get 100 just for the hell of it.
Jason Wade says that he likes my new camera angle. And the reason for that is, I'll show you guys.
I could see your ding dong.
Oh, he looked.
Yeah. Dave's like, what?
The reason for that is I got a new monitor, a bigger monitor, so I can stand farther back and I'm able to read the live chat while sitting.
I have a big monitor to make up for my other masculine shortcomings.
I have a big Nile monitor right here.
Thank you, Thomas Santiago. By the way, I was talking about last week about about 80s rock bands that if you guys wanted me to take a look at some, and I think Soda put me on to what is it, Black Rain, and I listened to a couple of tracks. It was Black Rain something. What was it? Black Rain.
Chocolate Rain.
No, it was Black Rain, but there was a third word in the band's name, and I listened to them, and they were good. But every video I watched, they were driving. For some reason, it's like I'm watching one video and he's driving with a girl and singing, and I hit another video and he's driving with a girl and they crash. But it's like every video seems to be that they're driving. But a good band. What's the rest of the name?
They're called Black Rain.
I thought there was some other
active from 2001.
Is it just Black Rain? I thought it was like Black Rain Society or something, or
that's Black Label Society.
That's what I'm thinking. But it was Black Rain. But they were good. They were good. I love bands that are carrying on the tradition of coming after the 80s, but being 80s influenced and playing real guitar rock. That's a good band to me. Jay always talks about Crazy Licks, who's fantastic. Steel Panther, I love. And
Fantastic.
they came on initially as a humor act, but they're a legitimate band playing really good stuff.
Yeah. Absolutely. I love that Steel Panther guy.
I saw on I've got Bart Walsh on Facebook, and he posted something, was it today or yesterday, saying that he was talking to
Russ Parrish.
Michael, is it Michael Starr?
Michael Starr.
Is that the guy's,
That's the singer.
was his stage name? Ralph,
Yeah.
right? Said he was talking to him, and he said he could post, I guess, videos of the Atomic Punks when they, their videos or whatever. So,
well, the guitar I have from Satchel, that's a guitar he told me he still has a poster of hanging over his bed in his room.
You have one of Satchel's guitars?
I've had it on the show.
Which one?
The blue with the pink flames.
Is it a Kramer?
No, it's a BC Rich Gunslinger.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Yeah.
Let me grab it real quick because I'll throw in an extra show and tell guitar for those that haven't seen it, because it is pink related for breast cancer awareness. So I'm gonna go grab it real quick.
And while you grab it,
I'm gonna grab it real quick. And then I'll get the guitar.
I was gonna say, wash your hands.
ugh, I wish he washes mine.
Let's see. Yeah, while we're waiting, let us in the chat. Where's everybody from? What city or state?
I am from Oz.
There we go. I'm from Santa Cruz.
I'm from my mother's womb.
I thought you were in your womb.
I'm in my womb right now.
That's your bedroom.
My bedroom. This is where I live.
I live in my bedroom.
This is where I live.
That's funny.
Yeah. I want to hold a dance class for those with cerebral palsy so that they could teach the Macarena and it'll look like a mosh pit. Just throw
The Mosh Arena?
yeah, and just throwing arms and elbows and Okay, so this was Russ.
Yeah, we
Parrish,
saw that
also
one.
known as Satchel of Steel Panther. This was his BC Rich Gunslinger.
I like that.
Now again, I'm trying to catch the light here so you can see this, because this is actually pink flames on blue.
Pink flames.
Pink flames. There you go. With a little dice volume knob
Yeah, I don't like that.
that he did, and
That can't be comfortable.
No, it's dumb.
it's just. I mean, how often do you really,
If you're a real good guitar player, use your volume knob all the time.
All right, then you're rolling it here and there. But as I'm not a really good guitar player, I'm just like turn it up. Okay.
You're not plugged in. Turn it up.
Yeah. But, Satchel played this when they were still metal school, and they were, again, way before they were Steel Panther, and they got their real break in that Discover card commercial as the parody band Danger Kitty.
Yeah.
You remember that?
I remember that.
Basically saying, we were an 80s band, and after the 80s folded, we were playing, appearances at the Schmaltzer's bar mitzvah, and he was working at a hot dog stand. Pat's dogs! And if you watch it, go on YouTube, not now, but after the show, go on YouTube and Google Discover Card Danger Kitty or Discover Card Steel Panther, and you'll see. And they actually came out with a single called Love Rocket that they made a CD of and sold it online or gave it away to like Discover Card members. And this guitar was the one on the cover, and they had it on like Rolling Stone magazine's cover, and it was used in the commercial. And anyway, Satchel was really attached to this, but it was one of those guitars that he kept borrowing from a studio that eventually wanted it back. You know, like you always hear, you know, Slash and George Lynch with the amps, you know, trying to remove them from studios because they like them so much. Same thing with Satchel. This was, you know, constantly being used and borrowed and taken and kept and played by him. And eventually it went back to the studio. And he had always wondered what happened to it. And I presented it at NAMM. I said, hey, I own this guitar you used to play. He's like, oh my God, I have that hanging over my bed in a poster. I've always wondered where that thing went. I love that guitar. And, you know, I told him I eventually bought it. And he signed the cavity cover for me and everything. But they're a really, really legit band of 80s ability. He's a great player. Mike Starr is a great singer. You know, Lexi and Styx are, you know, really, really good musicians.
Yeah.
And the songs are funny, but the music's good.
Mm-hmm.
Am I crazy?
You're not crazy. You're not crazy on your bed.
Well, I am crazy. But,
In your bedroom. Crazy in your bedroom.
my bedroom. With
Crazy,
my
crazy in
wino?
your bedroom. Crazy in
With
the
my wino?
crazy. The bedroom.
My wino on my guitar?
Match.
Yeah, but these things are great, man. BC Rich Gunslingers. Cool graphics. Usually by Dan Lawrence or Glenn Matasiel. Some are by Chris Compton. But I love these things.
Yeah, that's cool.
Some of them by John Cock Toastin.
There we go. Let's see what else we got going on in the chat. What bands do you guys want to talk about? Let's see. Soda says, sing Fraggle Rock theme in the Cookie Monster metal voice. Dance your cares away, worries for another day. Let the Fraggles play down at Fraggle Rock. Work your cares away, blings for another day. Let the Fraggles play down at Fraggle Rock.
Man, I can't believe you actually remember about that. You remember that?
Remember it? I saw it last night.
You remember that?
Listen, when I masturbate, I think of Red and Wembley. I pretend they're being intimate together.
Implemented.
Let's see. Going into 80s metal bands, as I love to do, Jason Wade brings up Babylon AD. Says they were looked over a lot, but they had some killer riffs from the 80s. You know what Babylon AD got a really good break on was the RoboCop soundtrack. You remember that? I think it was like RoboCop 2. They came out with that song, The Kid Goes Wild. You remember that?
Vaguely.
I remember the band. I don't remember those RoboCop movies. I don't know. They've kind of freaked me out.
I think they also had a song. Was it Bang Goes the Bells? Was that also Babylon AD? I think it was, right? Because I like that song. And you know what? I was listening to Saturday's show, and Neanderthal brought up a band that I loved growing up, but I had barely ever heard out here called Heavy Pettin', which I think they were like from Sweden or Scandinavia.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you remember you guys were talking about it on Saturday briefly. They're kind of like AC/DC-ish. They came out with a song called Rock Ain't Dead, which was from another movie soundtrack, and then they had their own Heavy Pettin' album, which I loved. Another band that, you know, from a foreign country
Letting
didn't get
Loose.
very far in the States, but I thought they were so good.
Heavy Pettin', Letting Loose,
Rock Ain't Dead.
1983.
Heavy Pettin'.
Yeah. What was it? Incident at Something Q was the movie soundtrack it was featured in. The song was called Rock Ain't Dead.
Rock Ain't Dead from 1985.
Thought it was 83 or 84.
Letting Loose. Yeah, June 15th, 1985.
Okay.
Rock Ain't Dead. Soul
Great
Survivor.
song. Yeah, I played that cassette to death. And yeah, Ralph Sanez, I don't know how you pronounce his name. I think it's Sanez. He would make a great, frontman for Van Halen because he basically modeled his character after David Lee Roth. Who modeled himself after Jim Dandy, which was a point of controversy recently.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that David Lee Roth was basically saying he was the original crazy frontman?
Did Jim Dandy actually respond to that?
I didn't hear it from Jim, but if you watch videos of what was Jim Dandy's band?
Jim Dandy was Black Oak, Arkansas.
Black Oak, what?
Arkansas.
That's the band, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Black Oak, Arkansas. Jim Dandy was David Lee Roth before David Lee Roth was David Lee Roth.
Yeah.
And if you watch him, he even does. You can watch some live videos on YouTube. He's doing the kicks, not as well as Dave. I mean, Dave's a martial artist. I'm sure Rob Johnson could do, kicks like Dave. No, serious. Rob's a martial artist. I'm sure he could do jumping kicks and splits and stuff. Dave also studies martial arts and did that.
Yeah,
but
right.
Jim
I did.
Dandy, while not a martial artist per se, he started that shit. The blonde hair, the no shirt,
Yeah.
bandanas.
I'll show you for a second.
The assless chaps.
Yeah.
I don't want to get busted for showing another video on here, but man, that's a huge crowd. California Jam, 1974. They played that.
They were great.
And this is basically. Okay, well, that's not him. Hang on.
That's definitely not. If that's him, I want to fuck his brains out.
There he is.
That's him.
That's him right there.
From the back, you would swear that's Dave.
Nah, Dave never had hair that long.
Even from the front.
Yeah, I mean, he was Dave before Dave was
This
Dave.
is 1974.
Yeah, that's a live public performance.
Do you see the size of that crowd? Hang on.
Huge.
I really thought you were going to say something else. Did you see the size of
that bulge?
Look at that crowd. Look at that crowd.
Yeah, no.
Look at that.
Yeah,
that's a massive crowd.
Look at that crowd.
Dude, that's a massive crowd.
You can't even see the end of it.
That's funny.
Did you see the size of that bulge?
Did you see his package?
But when he said crowd, I really thought he was going to say
crotch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Look,
Jim Dandy to the rescue. Oh, and he's actually kicking people over and stuff.
I said, dude, he's doing kicks on the stage like Dave would do.
Like I do.
Like I do.
I'm gonna put this in the Discord once we're done with this. John Biel's in here, is he?
I haven't seen John all night.
I saw him this morning when he rolled over for a hug. Thank you, Shauna Marie Sings.
Wow.
Yeah, but David Lee Roth was basically, I forgot his exact quote. He was on the air saying either he started glam metal or something, or he was the first glam frontman or hair band frontman, or he started hair metal or something like that.
He started it.
I love Dave, but it was a ridiculous quote. Because you look at, glam started from like Hanoi Rocks and the New York Dolls and Sweet, and all those early bands.
Well, you got to go even further than that. You got, David Bowie was glam rock before.
Absolutely.
We're talking late 60s.
Absolutely. Fruitcake Tony wants to know, am I a Faster Pussycat fan? Dude, you better believe it. Faster Pussycat, I like them from their first album, that song Babylon. I thought that was terrific. And then when they came out with the second one, I couldn't stop playing. I'm a sucker for those ballads. I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch. When they were like, yeah, man, the girls will love it. Yeah, and some guys that are bitches. I'm that bitch. That song, House of Pain, was terrific.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And Where There's a Whip, There's a Way. I love that. I always thought they were a terrific band. Tame Me Down, or Tame Me Down is some people pronounce it Tie Me Down, but that's the joke. Tame Me Down is a terrific frontman in person, and Brett Muscat was great on guitar. It was a good band. It was kind of a sleazy kind of hair band, and I like that. Kind of like LA Guns in a way.
Yeah, LA Guns, Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses actually started that whole genre. Easy, Enough's Enough. That's all that.
Enough's Enough was kind of different. They had kind of a weird energy to them. I love them. I think they're really underrated.
They had a lot of Beatles influence in them.
Very, very, very 60s influence. Very like a Beatles kind of influence, but really, really good. The guitar work, the way Chip's Enough I think it was Chip, had the little glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Chip?
Yeah.
Had the glasses? Okay. And again, even the peace symbol, but they played really, really good music, but it wasn't like typical glam. It had, like you said, kind of a Beatles-esque meets Poison kind of feel.
The only negative I can say about Enough's Enough is they came out just a little too late. Definitely. If they would have come out 2 years earlier, it would have been a lot bigger than they are.
Oh, sure. They were that band that came out in that last wave of hair bands.
89.
Yeah, like Danger, and not as early as Warrant or Winger, but like the next wave.
Mm-hmm.
89, just enough to just miss really being big, but they were good. If you listen to their album Strength, the title track is terrific. The emotion that they're pouring out of that, both as a vocal and as a guitar, synced with violins, no less. It's just, you hear that guy is just in anguish. I mean, he's really pouring his heart into that track. I think.
Is that your cat sleeping on the couch, Johnny? I can't see from here.
That Ned?
That's Ned.
Is that David Neddahl?
That's why I did that. David Neddahl?
Neddahl.
Yeah, there he is.
He's hiding. He's trying to hide his eyes.
There he is. Bozique says some people hate Steel Panther for parodying the 80s rock. And he's personally mad at the current landscape of the music business, where talented guys like that have to do parody shtick to get noticed. But you know what, Bozique? I love comedy. I do comedy. I love comedy. But the thing about Steel Panther is the song's lyrics are really funny, and their little side bits in their live act are really funny, but the songs are catchy. If you listen to that song, There She Blows, yeah, it's funny as hell, but it's a really good track. The music's really good.
Yeah.
There's no crime that the lyrics can't be funny. And yeah, it started as a comedy act, but who knew that there would be like a little mini 80s metal resurgence enough to, have them selling out shows. And good for them. They deserve it.
Right. Fruitcake Tony asks if I'm a fan of Bill Leverty's playing from Firehouse. Not only am I a fan of his playing, that I'm very friendly with him as well. So I'm kind of, I have to be. I have to like his playing.
I love Firehouse. They're great.
Mm-hmm.
What was that song? Love of a Lifetime?
There's a lot of those songs.
There's a couple of them that really broke. But I think that was their big one, right?
That's one of them. Yeah, there was two on that record. Love of a Lifetime and
Bye Bye Baby Bye Bye.
Bye Bye Baby Bye Bye.
And that was a great song.
Mm-hmm.
and that was all she wrote.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. John Parsons is asking, did Bernie Rico make the Gunslingers? Bernie Rico at the time owned the company, but Bernie Rico never, ever, ever built a guitar. He wasn't a guitar builder. He was a businessman. He hired Mexican luthiers, little old men that he basically hid in the back room with their knives, carving out stuff. He didn't have big machinery or lathes or stuff like that, but he was a great businessman. He was a great, face of the company, very sharp guy. And, but he was never a builder. Neil Moser was a designer of guitars, and, he designed the Bitch, and he, I guess co-designed the Warlock, which is a part of the Bitch. He helped design the Eagle. But again, Neil wasn't sitting there carving either. Neil did setups. Neil installed bridges and electronics. But the guys that really made by hand the BC Rich guitars were older Mexican luthiers brought up from down south. So made during the Bernie Rico days, but not by Bernie.
No. Joe Hervey, man, I just saw your message. What was?
Jason Wade's correcting me on something. The song wasn't called "The Kid Goes Wild" by Babylon AD. The song was called. Was the song called "Bango the Bells"? No, "Kid Goes Wild" was the soundtrack song. "Bango the Bells" was another song. Babylon AD that was really good. So yes.
Wow.
Sorry. Mike Neese is asking about Stryper. Here's the thing about Stryper. There's bands out there that are Christian rock bands, and some of them are better than others. Stryper was definitely the most commercial one, but the best band that I believe of Christian metal, and again, I'm not Christian, so I'm not looking at it from the religious aspect of it. I'm looking at it from what band will I take a cassette or CD and put in my player and go driving listening to? And the best Christian band that I found was a band called Holy Soldier. And they had 3 albums out, I believe 3 that I know of. And they were terrific. If you go on YouTube and play Holy Soldier albums, you'll probably dig them because they're really good. They're really melodic. I think they're better than Stryper, personally. So I highly recommend that.
It's getting past my bedtime. I got to start doing the bedtime ritual. Checking my blood sugar and all that stuff.
You okay?
Yeah, if I'm going to stay on here for a little while longer, I got to start doing this now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We can do a few more. I do have to split pretty soon.
I'd like to see you do a split, Johnny. Let's see. Mike Neese asks about Wasp. I think Wasp is a great band. Right out of the gate, these guys were showmen. I mean, you got, I think Blackie was like big friends with Mickey Sixx. And weren't both of them like lighting their legs on fire with lighter fluid, as I remember?
Wow. Is that in the movie?
Well, no, I'm recalling from back in the day. I think Blackie and Nicky were very good friends, and they were both doing that at shows. They were like playing tricks with lighter fluid on their leggings and setting them on fire, so it looked like they were on fire while they were playing. And, Blackie also was like spitting a lot of blood, like a la Gene Simmons. Mm-hmm. And he had saw blades on the end of his gauntlets and on his codpiece. So you'd see Blackie's codpiece with a buzzsaw coming out of it. Yeah, I'm very serious. It was very funny. And that's what
Ouch.
they were doing. I mean, they were very big, like Motley Crue, on the showmanship of all of it. You know, what can we do to like top these other bands that are just playing music? Well, you know, you got Chris Holmes playing, and he's a big guy, playing a guitar covered in blood, and they had blood all over him, and the flames, and all sorts of stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Wasp went through a couple of periods of change. They did, right out of the gate, they were like a very showy Motley Crue kind of band. And then at one point, a little later, they did, they did Electric Circus, which was more commercial and very good. And after that, they came out with a concept album. I forgot what it was. Do you remember this?
No.
Let me see. I'm gonna Google it real quick. They had a really good concept album. What was it?
Was it
Crimson Idol?
The Crimson Idol.
Yeah, and that was 1992, and I liked it. It was I thought it was a well-written concept album, and I love concept albums. You look at what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? You look at concept albums.
Your neighbor upstairs.
Here's the story. You look at something like Operation Mindcrime, and some concept albums are really, really good. And then you got Songs from the Elder.
Not good.
Not really the greatest effort on Kiss's part.
I'm gonna have to re-listen to that.
Songs from the Elder?
Yeah.
I think the big track from that was World Without Heroes. And it wasn't that it was like really a bad song. I mean, it just wasn't very Kiss, I mean, I didn't think it was. And obviously a lot of people weren't very big on it because from them it was a pretty big failure for them. And they still take a lot of flack for that.
1981. What's the type of songs on there, or what's the? So I know they were doing the disco thing.
I think it was another concept, like very, very generic, where there's like, some kid comes into some mansion and discovers he's the chosen one, something like that,
Sorry, you looking at me? Hey, you fucking looking at me?
You're looking at me? Maybe you're looking at me.
Sorry, I apologize about that.
I just know what happens for those that are listening to this as a straight podcast without the video. Like for the video, it doesn't matter because we're watching everybody. The straight podcast, they're like, he's muffled and talking and he's playing, but I can't.
No, I have to apologize. It's just a song came into my head that
Hey, listen, a guy came into my head, but
no. Listen, when an idea comes up, you got to do it.
First of all, anytime a guitar is in someone's hands, it's addictive. I get it. You want to play. I get it. You don't have to apologize for that.
No, but I shouldn't have played over you. But I just had thought of something that I actually need to get it. I need to get it on my iPhone before I forget it.
Shauna Marie says she loves my Comic-Con photos. Again, guys, go to my Facebook page after the show. Jonathan Mancuda on Facebook. Look at the newest post of 54-something Comic-Con photos. They're fucking hilarious. You'll piss your keyboard. There's something to look forward to. Let's see. Ernest Eisen brings up 1984 album by Teeze, Teeze. That's a band I heard of, but I never actually heard. And that's rare for me because I love the obscure bands. Did you guys hear Tease? Dave?
No.
I know the name.
I know the name too.
I know the name.
Have you ever heard the name Portishead?
I've heard that name too.
They're a very eclectic rock band. They're very good. It's very weird music, but it's good.
They're going to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Rock and Roll.
He'll be there right after Whitney Houston and.
Once Whitney Houston gets in there, that'll open the door for Portishead to get in, I think.
There you go. No, but you know what? In an age right now that we are, where there's actual real guitar rock bands playing 80s hair metal, what you could do, why don't you just check out some of these obscure 80s bands that you never heard of before? And to you, that will be new metal. Because I turned someone on to 5 songs the other day. Someone contacted me on Facebook and says, John, I want to hear some good tracks that I never heard of before. Give me a couple of good songs that to me will be new music from the 80s. And I'm trying to remember. I think I gave him Red Forrester's Assume the Position. I think Cry, Tell Me Lies. Wild Side, Hang On Lucy. What else did I say? Maybe Britney Fox, Girls School. There's a lot of good 80s metal out there that you probably haven't heard that you should just look for. And the CDs on eBay right now, they cost next to nothing for some of them. You get like CDs like Hurricane or Killer Dwarves or I remember Can't Take My Eyes Off You from Dirty Looks.
Can't take my eyes off of you.
That's not it.
Oh, that's not it.
Even though I can't take my eyes off of you, Snookums. No, it was actually used as a song for like a British TV show, like a detective show, like a shoot 'em up show.
Shoot 'em up.
Shoot 'em up now. Shoot 'em up. Yeah, there's so many good. Jason Wade brings up Kicks. And again, I've said this before on the show. Bands like Kicks are one of those bands that their 4th album broke out with that song, Don't Close Your Eyes. The album was called Blow My Fuse. But before that, they had the self-titled Kicks album and Cool Kids and Midnight Dynamite. And these albums are awesome. And you just never heard them because they just never got a track on the radio until their 4th album. But you should go looking for them.
Yes. And if you really want to go looking for them, if you have XM Sirius Radio or Sirius XM, check out the Hair Nation channel because they are all over it.
Oh, yeah. Or go on YouTube and go 80s Metal or some of the Facebook 80s Metal groups and just sign on. And people are talking about them just like we're talking about them on the air on Tuesdays. Jason Wade brings up XYZ. Holy shit. There was another of those bands, like Dave and I were just saying, that totally came on just a little too late to be really big.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you listen to the first XYZ album and their follow-up, Hungry, that first XYZ album was incredible. Yeah. Mark Diglio in guitars, unreal. Really good stuff.
Yeah. Hey, Reza. Reza says, hey, Dave, how is the Andy Timmons show? I'm so jealous of you. Don't change those strings. Unfortunately,
Andy Timmons?
Huh?
You saw Andy Timmons?
Lighten up. Reza just got here. Yes, Reza, if you want to hear the story, it's at the beginning of the show or near the beginning of the show. I told the whole story about the 2 days. It was amazing. I've already changed the strings on the guitar because I put a mini switch in to split the coils of the humbucker like on Andy's guitar, and to that you have to take the strings off to take the pick guard off. So, and I'm not that fanatical, he played my guitar. That's cool enough, and I have video of it. But yeah, check out the beginning of this video, but not until we're done. Wait till we're done before you check out the beginning of the video, and it tells you the whole story of my weekend.
And go on Dave's Facebook page, David Nesdall, and look for the video of Andy actually playing those songs on Dave's guitar. He's smoking on it. He's totally he's leaving DNA all over Dave's guitar in a good way.
Yeah. It's just seriously, it's amazing. The whole time watching him, first of all, the whole time watching him play his guitar, my guitar, whatever, my jaw was just to the ground. It was just amazing to watch him. And I've seen him play before. I've seen him play a few times. I've been to a couple of his shows, and I've had the same seats each time, right up front. Just an awesome night, but him and his band really
they rock.
They played over their head this weekend. They were just ridiculous. I mean, ridiculously good. Crazy.
If you get a chance to see Andy live, do it.
And he's interactive with the crowd. He does talk to the crowd. He lets you talk back to him. He listens to the crowd. It's cool. It's cool stuff.
I think I told you he did like a 45-minute set at NAMM like last year, and it's on YouTube. Tremendous. He played. It was him, Paul Gilbert, and maybe who was it? Johnny Alex Skolnick? Was he the other one? Someone else was playing.
I don't know if I saw that.
It's on YouTube, but Andy's segment.
Are you talking about the Van Halen jam? Was that last year or was it the year before?
I don't think was it the Halen or was it the Randy Rhoads tribute?
The year before there was a bunch of guys playing Van Halen songs. I remember Skolnick told me about it. He said he was going to be playing a Van Halen tune. Where's Michael Smith?
This minute?
Are you in here, Michael Smith? Because he was with me. We were talking to Alex.
I didn't see.
And he was telling us how he was going to be playing a Van Halen song, and to come. Although I didn't make it over there, but
you can watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, might have been that. There's so many jams at NAMM, man.
If you go to NAMM, you're in for a treat. Just a lot of bands. You have to choose what shows to watch that whole week.
Yeah,
because everyone's in town.
You can't go to everything. You got to pick.
You do
certain things you want to do, and one guy wants you to go with them to that one. The other guy wants to go to the other one.
Yeah,
and at some point you just have to split off and do what you're going to do because.
Night, Bozique.
Good night, Bozique.
Good night, Bozique.
Jason Wade brings up Black and Blue. For those that don't know, Tommy Thayer of Black and Blue is playing as Ace Frehley now in Kiss. But before that, Black and Blue was a straight-up 80s metal band. Great band. The big song I recommend from them, if you want a great track to listen to, Google Hold On to 18. That's a great, great song. And you can play it on guitar, and you're just really into it. Tim Seymour brings up Every Mother's Nightmare. I remember that song, Love Can Make You Blind, which is a song of masturbation, I believe. Or it should be.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to split. I'm sorry. It's just getting late, and I had surgery today, and I'm tired.
Understandable, brother.
All right. Well, you guys have a good night. Yeah. Everyone in the chat, good night. Thanks for listening to me rant and play guitar and talk about stuff.
Congrats on a great weekend, Dave.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Dave, what show are you on next Friday?
Yeah, next Friday I'm on.
All right. So you'll see Dave again on Friday.
Yeah. Yep. And check out my
YouTube.
Not my YouTube. Facebook. Check out my Facebook, The Guitar Whisperer. And check out if you're looking to buy a guitar or have me build you a guitar or have me set up your guitar, check out theguitarwhisperer.guru.
Whisperer.
Whisperer. I can't talk anymore. I'm still flying high from the
Dot goo goo.
Gugon. Yeah, the guitarwhisperer.guru. Check me out. If you want anything, just give me a little note on the contact page, and I'll get back to you. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, Dave.
Bye.
And then it was just Johnny and I.
It is. And I do have to split myself. Unless you want to stay here.
No, without you.
It's 7:30.
I don't want to be alone. I'll get lonely. I'm already lonely without my relationship.
Yeah.
When my girlfriend and I broke up, I already became lonely. Now without you, I got nobody. But I got Blue Rhino.
You got Blue Rhino.
Yeah, but you know,
I've got a big day tomorrow. Actually, I got a big night tonight. I still have to record some guitar solos for this. I'm recording for a soundtrack. Actually,
which one?
I don't know.
Nice.
I don't
That's
know what
a
it
good
is.
one.
I do the tracks for it, and then I see it later. You know. An action movie. It'll be an action film. But yeah, the guy he texted like right before we went live tonight. He texted me saying, "Hey, can you send me a couple extra guitar parts, little guitar licks?"
He texted me if I could lick a little bit of his little parts. I didn't know what he meant, but now I get it. You want?
Oh my god!
I'm gonna send him the Johnny Beane fleshlight, our complimentary sponsors. I sent one to Bang Energy Drink the other day. I think they're about to drop us. They're like, "Why are you sending us a Johnny Beane fleshlight? We send you all these cases of Bang to drink on the show." I said, "I don't know."
You could turn that into one.
That would be great. Imagine I turn this into a fleshlight, and it just says Bang, and I'm just banging along in it. How would that be? You think they'd stay with us as a sponsor?
Oh, ouch!
Yeah, nice. Well, we'll continue some of these rock band conversations. But I'm sorry we can't get to all of them tonight. But we'll be back talk about metal on Tuesday, and then Friday we got a great show for you. I won't be here, but Johnny will, Dave will. I believe Jay will, right?
Yeah, he should be here.
Jay had it right now in the chat, 7/8.
Saturday
Night Live with John BL, with Neanderthal, with Johnny, with Jay. Does Dave go on Saturday?
Once in a while.
We got just watch.
Once in a while. Yeah, just
don't ask.
Tune in and
Tuesday,
see.
Friday, Saturday. Just blot your blot. If your wife says, "I gotta go out," you don't take me out anymore. Shut up. Sit here and watch Johnny Beane. You want romance? I gave you the best years of my life. You sit here with me and watch Johnny Beane. I've had enough. I support you and the children who have ruined my life. I want one thing in life. I want to watch the Johnny Beane show. It's just a couple of hours. Just a few hours. Give me that woman. Give me that. Yeah. So, romance is not dead here on the show, believe me. Mine is. But yeah, no. Everyone else, please leave us thumbs up because we're desperate. And our sponsors, of course, the great Swiss Picks in beautiful breast cancer awareness pink, and Bang Energy Drink, and Tessie Switch, and the Guitar Whisperer.guru, our own Dave Nesdall. What else you got, Johnny?
JohnnyBean.com.
Subscribe.
That's another one. Yeah.
What's the other channel we have?
Subscribe. I've got Johnny Bean Highlights, which highlights, clips from these things.
I'm selling out right now. Everything I could sell us out. We're selling out. Make sure you get your Johnny Bean merch, Johnny Bean fleshlights, Johnny Bean t-shirts. Anything. We'll sell you anything. Whatever gets us Whatever gets us attention, we'll sell you. Whatever it is. Well, everyone that wants to be a sponsor, we take on. We took on a tampon. Didn't we take on a tampon brand recently?
I don't know about that, but
I thought there was something.
oh man.
We'll take anything. Look, we love you guys and gals. Thank you for watching tonight. Please leave thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please tell your friends. And remember, go to my Facebook page. Look at the Comic-Con photos. Have a good time with them because I did them for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, those are funny photos, man. I was looking through those.
Some of them are going viral.
I was looking through those. And actually, somebody tagged me in one of them I saw. It said Johnny Beane groupies.
I saw that.
I saw that, yeah.
Do we have anyone to do a Johnny Beane raid over to?
Oh, let's see. Who's live right now? Alex Radford, are you live right now? Let me see if anybody's on. Really quick.
Lenny Lou saying nice things about my photos on Facebook. Thank you. And yeah, Fruitcake Tony, I am a Vixen fan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw them. I saw them in 1990.
I love Vixen. I love Soraya. I love a lot of bands with female vocalists. If you look at Sandy Soraya singing on that first Soraya album, I think that she's terrific. And yeah, Vixen is phenomenal. That Crying video, great stuff.
Mm-hmm. I remember that one. Okay, I don't see anybody live right now. Anybody you guys would want to see anyway. But Shauna, are you in here?
Shauna's here.
Is she still here? I saw that Shauna uploaded a couple new videos today.
Our own Shauna Marie Sings.
Are you here, Shauna? Do you want me to post one of these? Hurry up and say no before I do it.
Yeah, let's have you guys check out because Shauna's a good vocalist. She's got really good vocals.
Let's see. 31-E. That's the code I need. 31-E. All right.
Laverna 595 says I'm probably a big fan of Baby Metal. And is that a band?
I don't.
Baby Metal.
I don't know.
I'm hung like a baby.
Oh my God.
That help?
Shauna, are you here? All right, you guys, check out Shauna's video. I think
Leave
that's
the
it.
thumbs up.
That's it, right?
And we love you guys. We really, really, really appreciate you tuning in and staying with us.
Does that go to it? Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Is that the right link?
That's the right link. So yeah, everybody, check that out. Leave Shauna some thumbs. Let's see.
Renus says, thumbs up if you like cock. Thank you, Renus.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's the right link.
Yeah, get your Johnny Beane nipple rings and clit rings we have in the store as well. Those are new.
Oh my God. All right. Check out Shauna Marie Sings. There's a link to her, one of her Beatles covers right there. And we'll see you guys. See you guys next time. All right, I got to get out of here.
TV.
Johnny Beane TV. It's time for Howie's Walk, and then I got to record some more guitar when I get home, have dinner, and then I'll be up in Walnut Creek tomorrow. So long day tomorrow. Oh my God.
That's what I heard. All the guys looking at you. I'm gonna give you my long day, long dick style.
Oh. All right. See you guys. See you guys later.
Good night, everybody. Rock on.
Oh, whoops. Wrong one. Oh crap!
Tech
want me-
More on Tuesday.
They want me to upgrade. There we
Of
go.
course they do. It costs money.
Yeah.
We don't have that budget.
There we go. All right. See you guys later.
Good night, guys and gals.
Good night. How do you turn this off?
I don't know. I turn balls off all